I will now move on. And from one of the oldest companies, we now move to one of the youngest new age niche businesses. And I'm talking about Clove Dental. And my question to Anita is around performance management and rewards. So the new normal, what does the new normal mean for performance management and rewards in FY 2021, especially since most work is not even happening in the workplace? Also with original, I think 2020 goals out of the window for most companies, how should we be assessing performance and talent this year, and what have been some of your learnings as you face these strategic decision points? Over to you, Anita.
Thank you, Indrani. Good evening, everyone. So, Clove Dental, we are a chain of about 350 clinics and probably the largest employer of dentists in India, over 900 of them. And when I was listening to Rohit, I was, I was feeling that I've probably been in the same stage because at Clove, we could proactively see that thing coming, and we actually, before the lockdown happened, we decided to close 325 of our clinics and keep only 25 operational. Now these 25 we kept operational to make sure that our patients are not suffering and we are still able to take care of patients in emergency situations. But why do you think our doctors or our dental assistants would still agree to go to clinics and treat them when the situation around is like this? So there were two reasons for it. One obviously was their commitment to their profession. Second was that they trusted us. They trusted us to take care of them. They trusted that we will ensure their safety and well-being to the best possible way. So they had that trust in us, and we had to, as an organization, reciprocate that trust back to them. I think that's where our leadership team, Mr. Amar, who's heading the organization, our CEO, and Dr. Vimal Arora, who's the CCO, set two ground rules for us when we started reworking on our business plans, cost and budget and everything like any other organization. One is we will not let go of even a single employee during this time. Right? If we have a bread, we'll probably share small pieces with everybody rather than giving bigger pieces to some people and put everybody on a smaller sustenance amount. Two, we will take care of safety and well-being of all our employees. So when it came to we will share funds with everybody and we'll make sure everybody sustains. One of the biggest questions came is we have close to about 700 employees who are dental assistants and typically people in the lower strata. So how do you take care of their needs? I think this is one of the most unique things that we did as an organization. We set up a fund called Employee Endurance and Recovery Fund. And all the employees contributed from 3 days to 20 days, depending on their own capacities of their pay to this fund. And any employee can seek financial assistance from that fund. And how we are seeing we can assist them for a much longer duration than you would have typically done with your business plans on budgeting exercise and all of that. So that built in the trust of the people, that made them think, yes, we are doing, the amounts are going to be lesser, but whenever I need, there's somebody who's going to back me up with some help. Second was on the safety and well-being. We saw a lot of organizations, when they were looking at cost cutting or, probably overhead cutting, they went lower on insurance of their people. We were probably the first organization to go ahead. And by the way, just to mention that we are an organization which is still in growth stage, still in investment stage. We went ahead and enhanced the insurance cover of all our employees. We went ahead and we bought best-in-class safety equipments for every single clinic that we opened. All of them have fumigators. All of them have aerosol suction machine. Our DA, our doctors, our patients, everybody gets a PPE kit the moment they are in the clinic. And I would say Clove clinics are probably safer than being in park, being in saloon, or being in a mall at any point in time. So that's how we started the entire journey to be there. Now, one of the important things that we also decided very early on, and we saw, was that people were getting very anxious and jittery as to what next. They needed information very fast. So we worked on a multi-fold communication plan. We had our CCO do a half an hour open house every single day of the lockdown to handle query from any employee, however difficult that question possibly could be. He'll handle it in an open forum and answer to employee queries. Our CEO would typically write to employees on a bi-weekly basis, giving them an update on how are we proceeding, how many clinics have we opened, how many employees are back into action, and how are we planning for forward. So it's not that your employees are guessing on their own, wondering, oh, this is probably what will happen. And so we created a plan around that. And obviously, we went ahead and gave a lot of operational guidelines. Probably our guidelines are the most extensive. We created a document which is probably 40 pages long as to how a patient gets handled in a clinic, how do you work in office, or what kind of process do you follow right from when the patient calls you to the time that they get treatment and go off, right? So we did some of those extensive things. However, when it came to for a lot of organization, it probably meant employees working from home. But a doctor is supposed to work in clinic. How do you make them work from home, right? They don't have patients to treat. So we realized that. So for the first time, we started with e-dentist at Clove. You necessarily, obviously, for a dentist to figure out your problem, you've got to be on a dental chair. But at least your basic queries, your pain relief problems, your emergency situation, they can, if your child has fallen off, they can always tell you how to control the bleeding at that point in time until you manage to figure out to reach to a clinic or decide on going to a clinic, or if you can avoid going to a clinic for some point or some time. So those things, and then obviously building on their skills. We did close to about, Indrani, if not anything, 150 webinars during the lockdown period internally, and made sure every single doctor and dental assistant is a certified COVID-ready person. When they go to clinic, each of them knows that this is the process I follow. It will ensure the patient's safety. It will ensure their own safety. It will ensure safety of their family members. And that's how the entire journey possibly worked out for us. Now, when you say coming to recognition,
how do you wrap up your thoughts final? Yeah.
Sure. So coming to recognition, that's the last point I'll possibly touch upon, is we made sure, for us, they were, yes, in a lot of ways, heroes and warriors because they were treating patients during all these times. We made sure we recognize them on all internal and social platforms. We rather have this hashtag paid forward where every doctor gets to recognize every other colleague that they have in the system, which they believe has done a commendable job. So some of these things, and obviously, working out work from home activities for them, or plans and projects, monitoring mechanism, are some things that we did on the sideline. But one thing that I want to make as a closing remark is the working together of the organization and holding on to its core values is what has possibly worked for us. And whenever it ends, I'm sure it will end, whenever it ends, we'll come out as a much stronger organization because of these things.
Thank you, Anita. Thanks so much. I think, we will share bread with everybody. What next, and addressing those questions every day by your management team, and getting 150 people certified, doctors certified during a lockdown, fantastic.